Okay, what's your job?
I primarily work with the girls on our wrestling team, and for a lot of them it's their first year ever being on a wrestling mat. So my job is to make them, comfortable up on the deck and be there to teach them because they have no idea what they're doing right now. So, and also I think me just coming out of this wrestling program not that many years ago gives them kind of someone to look up to for someone who's been through the program.
Kind of like a role model.
Kind of like a role model.
Okay, so give me a little history on you. How long have you been a wrestler?
I started my freshman year of high school. Just decided I didn't want to go out for basketball anymore, so decided, okay, wrestling, that's cool. So I wrestled all through high school. I wrestled boys for competition, and then off season I wrestled girls for AAU state and USSSA state, and I was state champ in both of those. And then my junior year I qualified for Disney Duels in Orlando, Florida, so I wrestled there and I was a bronze All-American down there as well.
Okay, tell me about this new girls-only wrestling program.
So girls wrestling is an emerging sport now in NSAA, so that means we're kind of under a microscope looking to see if we can get the numbers out for girls, and we have about a 3-year time span to show the NSAA, hey, we're here, we mean this, let's move this forward. So at that point it will be a sanctioned sport if we can get those numbers out.
You told me there was a meeting today, right?
Yeah.
How many girls you said?
There was about 9 girls out, which is awesome, being that there was no girls out last season. So 9 girls is awesome.
Okay.
Like, I'm ecstatic. So I'm really super excited.
So when you have a meet or a match, are you going out as a full team or a separate team? How's that work?
So this year, girls will only be wrestling girls and boys will only be wrestling boys up on the practice deck and in competitions. Girls will go to some separate meets than the boys do. Be taking different bands to different places. But we also will take the girls with the boys to some duels in tournaments, and some tournaments have a girls only division, but regardless, girls will not be wrestling the boys this year at all.
Now, since you've done both, do you notice a difference?
I win a lot more when I was wrestling girls. But I practice with the boys all the time, so it kind of gave me that mental toughness and that leg up on the girls I wrestled. But I just think it's special that we're breaking out of this, stereotypical boys, wrestling as a boys sport, because it is most definitely a girl and boy sport.
Which leads me to another question. Is there anything rules-wise different between the two?
Nope. No rules. No rules different, not point-wise or anything like that. We wear the same thing that they do. We do the same thing. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Have you been teaching any girls yet so far?
Yeah, I've been working with the junior high wrestlers. There's a couple girl wrestlers up there as well, so that's very exciting.
Let me look at my list of questions. You've been doing a very good job.
Thanks.
I've been recording all the time. Okay. Last question is, where would you like to see girls wrestling go in the future?
Of course, I'd love to see it sanctioned and on the same level, on the same pedestal as boys wrestling across the state, because I don't know if you know, but state wrestling is a huge thing, a huge event up in Omaha. So eventually I'd love to have, a girls' mat, a couple girls' mats at CHI Health Center. I think that's, the ultimate goal, get the utmost respect for girls in this sport. I'm just really proud of the girls that decided to take this leap, because it's scary because of the stereotypes that are put in this sport. So I'm super proud of all the girls that are going to go out and show everybody that this is a girls' sport too.
Jillian, you did an awesome job this interview.
Thanks.
I do appreciate it.
I try.